What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to SW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Hua Chenyu, Dust in the Fireworks. This is a request by Rosa. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. As always, I'm very excited to check out more by Hua Chenyu, and actually I also have another request queued up for this song, but covered by Hua Chenyu. So as both of those versions are requested, I thought it makes sense to start with the original, and I'm really looking forward to it. If you want to be like Rosa and support me and my channel, you can also request the song on my Buy Me a Coffee page, or you can check out my Patreon where you can find some exclusive content and some other things. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
看着飞舞的尘埃掉下来，没人发现它存在，多自由自在。可世界都爱热热闹闹，容不下我百无聊赖。不应该一个人发呆，只有我看着别人的快乐，竟然会感慨。只有我看着别人的快乐，竟然会感慨。就让我听着天大的道理，不愿意明白，有什么是应该，不应该。
Such a beautiful atmosphere. Ooh. Melodies are so beautiful. Yeah. Wow. Crazy vocals again. Yeah. This was so beautiful. I just loved the atmosphere from the beginning with this softer start, then the build up in the song and how it develops, and obviously his incredible vocal performance again. He definitely shows some of his range in this performance. I think throughout a lot of the song he has this more soft and restrained delivery. I especially love the choruses where he seamlessly switches into this falsetto, and those high notes feel so expressive and I don't know, kind of fragile. And as the song goes on and continues, there's more and more emotional intensity in his voice with some very powerful and long notes that then, because of the softer delivery in the rest, have even more impact. He also has some pretty long head voice notes that in some parts kind of harmonize with the electric guitar notes in that part. I thought that was very cool too. Of course, also one of the things I think I always say when hearing and watching Hua Chenyu, especially in songs like these, is that he's so great at delivering emotions, at transporting the feelings, and I think that's the case here again too. It feels honest, it feels personal, it feels vulnerable, even in this climactic moment where he doesn't really sing lyrics but just kind of melodies. Even there I think you can feel emotions in his voice, and that's very impressive. And I've also said it during the song, the melodies, the vocal melodies are just so beautiful in this one. They are also emotionally loaded, so perfect for him to express those emotions, to show them, and he does it in such a great way. I think the whole song has a great structure too. I love the evolution of the song, so to say, with this more minimalistic beginning, kind of like a just piano ballad with a great atmosphere, but then it develops into this modern pop rock sound, I would say, still with an awesome atmosphere. I think that change when the rest of the instrumentation joins in for the first time, that has a lot of impact. I definitely had chills because, I don't know, it creates this big atmosphere. It's kind of cinematic, definitely with some ambient textures, and I think kind of clean electric guitar that plays pretty simple notes, but with a lot of impact and effect. The guitar, I think, has some reverb on it, and it just fits to the atmosphere so perfectly. The lyrics are very poetic once again, as almost always with his songs. I really like that because it leaves so much room for interpretation, which I think is a lot of fun. And he's just able to create beautiful images in your head, and it fits to the atmosphere, to the sound. There are so many metaphors in this one again, where I'm, as always, not quite sure if I understand them correctly, of course. So also, as always, drop your interpretation in the comments, or maybe he's talked about the meaning of the song. You can let me know that as well. For me, it feels like a song about maybe loneliness, maybe also the feeling of insignificance and the journey or the struggle of still finding self-acceptance, maybe also finding your purpose, your meaning in life. I think towards the end of the song, if I understand it correctly, it gets clear that the dust in the fireworks from the title, that he is the dust, I assume. So the dust as a metaphor for himself, so to say. So then maybe the fireworks could be the other people around him, or kind of the rest of the world that's so shiny, so bright, but also kind of chaotic and loud and bright. So I could imagine, if that's true, that's kind of this vibe of insignificance that I've talked about, and maybe this feeling of being small, more quiet than the rest, maybe not so shiny and beautiful as everything around him. Maybe the dust even being something like so fleeting, so transient, that I think he talks about the wind blowing at him also. So something that quickly fades in between something like grand and beautiful as the other fireworks. But in the end, I think, even though this whole theme and everything has some melancholy in the way he describes it, and the conclusion he comes to, it's not even that sad and that negative. I think he still highlights how important it is to stay true to yourself, to stay authentic, and not let the world or the fireworks around you force you to be something or somebody else. So in the end, I could imagine the message being something like finding or accepting yourself, finding beauty in your own uniqueness, even if it's different from the rest, even if it's maybe more quiet, more calm, not that spectacular as the other fireworks. But you shouldn't be disturbed by all of that noisy, loud, chaotic things around you, and just be yourself. Thank you so much, Rosa, for this request. I enjoyed it a lot. As always, with his songs, his performances, this was just great. I love the atmosphere. I think it's a very beautiful song. I like this calm beginning and how the song then develops into this pop rock vibe with still a lot of atmosphere. He's once again delivering with so much emotion. There are so many beautiful melodies in here. Like I said, the way he mixes his chest voice and his head voice in this one is not only impressive, but also just perfectly fitting for the mood. And I don't know, it has a lot of impact. I think it's overall feeling very personal, very intimate, very vulnerable. Also, in combination with the lyrics that also once again have this poetic beauty and create this imagery that on the one hand is very emotional, a little bit melancholic, but on the other hand, I think has a sense of hope in it once again. And even though it also has this topic of loneliness in it, it is also kind of encouraging to stay true to yourself, which I think is a great message. It's just overall another awesome song, awesome performance. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.